Sir, what are you doing here?
Why are you recording police cars leaving the station? Are you planning something?
Tell me what it says. Tell me, who are you? Who are you? Don't come up to me. Don't come up to me because I will defend myself. Move away from me. Move away from me. Because you're too close. You're in my space. Now move away. I will tell you one more time. Move away from me.
It sounds like you're being threatened.
Move away. You, Section 5. That's what you're doing. You are threatening, alarming and distressing me. So go away.
What are you doing?
Do you understand? Do you understand?
I understand.
Move away.
From the very start of the interaction, the officer's behavior spirals from routine questioning into outright intimidation. Instead of respecting the auditor's right to remain silent, he grows visibly frustrated, aggressively closing the distance and invading personal space. With no lawful reason to detain or stop him, the officer turns to intimidation tactics, stepping nose to nose in an attempt to assert control. When asked to back off, he flatly refuses, forcing the auditor to physically move him away. And here's the shocking part. The officer then flips the script, playing the victim and accusing the auditor of being threatening, despite being the one who initiated the confrontation. This is a textbook abuse of authority. Provoke a reaction, then twist the narrative to justify escalation. Legally, it's not just bad policing, it edges into misconduct. Under Section 5 of the Public Order Act 1986, it's an offense to use threatening, abusive, or disorderly behavior that causes harassment, alarm, or distress. Yet that's exactly what this officer did, invading personal space, provoking conflict, and refusing to disengage when told to step back.
I don't need to
move away. Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You're in my space. Move away.
Why are you recording police
Move
cars?
away. Move away from me.
Sir, what are you
Move
doing
away
here?
from me.
What are you doing
Move
here?
away from me.
Sir, I'm
Move,
asking you
move
kindly.
away from me. Listen,
asking
and I'm
you
telling
kindly,
you to
what are you
move
doing in
away
front of the
from
police
me.
station?
Move away from me.
Sir, what are you
Move
doing here?
away.
I'm not going to move. I'm in front of the police station. I'm in
I
a
don't
public
care.
space.
Yeah,
I
you're in
do
my
not-
space.
No, I'm
You've
in a
walked
public
You've
domain.
walked right up to me. You've walked
I'm
right.
asking you.
Yeah. How
I'm
would you like
asking
if I walked right up into your face?
You can walk up.
Yeah.
There you go.
And what?
There you go.
The tension escalates as the auditor repeatedly tells the officer to step back, yet the officer continues pressing forward. When challenged, he tries to justify his behavior with the line, "I'm in front of the police station. I'm in a public space." But here's the irony. This statement completely destroys his own argument. By admitting he's entitled to be there simply because it's a public space, he's also acknowledging the very same right the auditor is exercising by recording. This is a textbook case of double standards. When it benefits the officer, public space means freedom to act as he pleases. But when it applies to the auditor, suddenly it's treated as a problem. The issue isn't the location, it's the camera. And rather than admit he has no authority to stop a lawful activity, the officer resorts to intimidation and hypocrisy.
What's your name, sir?
Go away.
What's your name?
Go away.
What are you doing
Go
here?
away. Look
Why
at
are you
you.
recording
Look
these
at you.
vehicles?
Look at you.
Sir,
Don't step close to me. Don't
Sir.
step close. Don't step close. Don't step close
sir,
to
stop
me.
pushing me.
Listen, don't step close to me.
I'm not stepping
You
close to you. I'm
are.
asking
Well,
you a
you're
question.
on camera.
I'm
You're on
asking
camera.
you a
Stop
question.
lying.
I'm asking you a question.
Don't step
What
close
are you
to me.
doing
Who
here?
are you?
My name's Stefan Astasi. I'm a police officer.
Get your warrant card out and show me.
I have done that already.
Show me again. I didn't see
I
it.
don't-
You was too close to me.
Well, I've showed you
No,
already.
you didn't move.
Under Section 2 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984 PACE, when an officer conducts a stop or exercises police powers, they must identify themselves by name, station, and, if not in uniform, present their warrant card. Now, while this officer claims he did so, the law goes further. It requires that the individual has a reasonable opportunity to verify the officer's identity. The auditor clearly stated he couldn't properly see the card because the officer was standing far too close. That alone makes his request to see it again completely legitimate, but instead of simply showing his card a second time, the officer flat out refuses. That refusal raises serious concerns. If he had nothing to hide, a quick display would have resolved the issue and de-escalated the situation instantly. Instead, his actions only fuel suspicion and erode public trust. Transparency and professionalism aren't optional. They are the foundation of policing. Yet hey, we see the opposite. An officer ignoring basic identification protocols and escalating through intimidation.
Yes, I did.
You're
I
recording
don't care.
We're not
Yes,
going
I
to allow
did.
you to record our
Oh, well, go away then.
No, you go away. Bro.
I'm not going
Why are
anywhere.
you recording? Why are you here?
Don't ask me questions.
Are you well, sir?
Don't ask
Are
me
you
questions.
mentally
Don't
unwell?
ask me questions. I said go away. You're harassing me now.
I'm
Are
not
you
harassing you. I'm
Section
asking
5, you're harassing me. You're causing me
asking you a
alarm
simple
and
question.
distress. Now go away.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm asking a simple
You're sorry to hear
question.
that. So
Yes.
you like committing offences, do you?
I'm not committing any
Yes, you are.
offences.
You've stepped right in front of me. You're causing me a Section 5,
What's a Section 5?
a Public Order Act.
What do you
Section 5 of the Public Order Act. You are causing me alarm, harassment and distress. Now go away.
This moment is deeply concerning. We're watching an officer who doesn't even seem to know what Section 5 of the Public Order Act is, a fundamental piece of legislation when it comes to disorderly conduct. Section 5 specifically deals with behavior that causes harassment, alarm, or distress, and it's one of the most commonly cited provisions in public order situations. In fact, it's basic knowledge for any officer, especially when dealing with confrontations or disturbances in public. So for a serving officer to appear completely unaware of this law isn't just a slip-up. It raises serious questions about his training, his competence, and his ability to lawfully exercise authority on the street.
I don't need to
can't
go away.
let
I'm
you-
asking
we
you.
can't
I'm
let
asking
you-
you.
Are you
what
detaining me? Are you detaining me?
Not yet.
Not yet. Not at all. Get out of here.
You can't
Get
record
out of here.
police
So
cars.
you touch
can't
me and
do
that's
that.
an assault. Of course I can do what I want.
Sir,
Don't
please
just
stop.
go away from me.
Sir, I'm asking you
Shut up.
nicely to stop
I don't care if
recording.
you're asking me lightly, and I won't
Okay.
stop recording.
Then
No.
tell me why you're recording.
No, I'm not going to tell you nothing.
Why are you recording?
Stop recording.
Hey, that's an assault.
Stop recording. You're under
That's
arrest.
assault.
Stop
Under
recording.
arrest for what?
Give me your hands.
Oh,
Give me
hold
that.
on a second. Hold on a second. You can go on. She just assaulted me.
Public order act.
Assaulted me.
What's happening?
It's on camera. It's okay. It's okay. It's on camera.
This is a serious abuse of power. The officer has just used unlawful force against someone who was committing no crime, had not been warned about any offense, and was simply recording in a public space. Under Section 3 of the Criminal Law Act 1967, police officers can only use force when it is necessary, reasonable, and proportionate to prevent a crime or lawfully detain someone. But hey, the auditor had committed no offense, nor was he given any lawful instruction to stop recording. Smacking the camera and twisting his arm isn't just heavy-handed policing. It's unjustified force that clearly meets the definition of common assault under Section 39 of the Criminal Justice Act 1988. Any unlawful physical contact without consent qualifies as assault, and it doesn't stop there. The arrest itself appears unlawful. Under Section 24 of PACE, an arrest must be necessary and proportionate, and the officer must state the offense at the time. None of that happened here. No crime. No lawful grounds. That makes this not just a bad arrest, it potentially amounts to false imprisonment, which is grounds for legal action against the police. In the footage, Yadley later explains what happened after his camera was taken from him during the assault. Once it was returned, he picked it back up, hit record again, and continued documenting the incident, refusing to let intimidation silence him.
Right. I don't know what's happened.
Okay.
So my name is Sergeant Robertson.
Yep.
I'm currently the section sergeant responsible for the emergency response team at this current time.
Okay.
I was aware that you wish to make a complaint. You've been asked to wait inside the front office until one of the public access officers could speak to you and arrange whatever you needed to be done and dealt with. And if you needed to speak to a sergeant for that to be done.
Okay.
I understand something since has happened. I don't really know what. I'm trying to ascertain what has happened.
Okay.
Okay. But I can see the officers that were initially involved from CID are no longer here.
Okay.
So I need to find out who they are and what they're accounting.
The sergeant then drops a key detail. These weren't even uniformed officers. They were CID, plainclothes detectives. CID officers usually investigate serious crimes like fraud, drugs, and violent offenses. And yes, they carry the same powers of arrest as uniformed officers. But here's the crucial point. They are not above the law. CID must still follow PACE, the Code of Ethics, and the strict rules on use of force. Their authority doesn't grant them a free pass to bend the rules. And what happened here proves that. After assaulting and unlawfully detaining the auditor, the CID officers simply left the scene. Why? Because they knew they had overstepped. They knew if they stayed, accountability would catch up with them. This wasn't policing. This was an outright abuse of position, plain and simple.
If I can ask you to wait back in the front office at this moment in time, I will try to find someone to come and promptly deal with your complaint, as I believe it is.
No, that's a separate complaint.
Okay.
I want them to. No, I need them to be charged.
So if you wish for them to be a further complaint to be made, that can be done and dealt with. But I need the time to identify who they were and what's happened.
Okay, so let me
literally just come down to find out.
So let me just say this, Sergeant. I've just been stood there with my hands behind my back.
Okay.
Yeah. Technically under arrest.
Okay.
Yeah.
As in, have you been told you are under arrest?
I'm sure that's what the woman said. Yeah.
Which woman, sorry?
The one that assaulted me.
CID?
I don't know where she is. She was in. She was plain clothes.
Right.
Once an officer declares that someone is under arrest, the law is crystal clear. Under Section 28 of PACE, the officer must immediately inform the individual that they are under arrest, state the specific reason, and ensure the arrest is both necessary and proportionate under Section 24. But here, none of that happened. The auditor was physically assaulted, told he was under arrest, then simply abandoned. No caution, no formal processing, nothing. This isn't just sloppy policing. It's a serious legal breach, by law, that amounts to false imprisonment because the auditor was unlawfully detained without any legal justification. Declaring an arrest and then walking away doesn't erase the fact that, in that moment, his liberty was restricted without lawful authority.
Right, I'm sure that's what she said. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been held by 2 police officers. Because if I wasn't under arrest or detained, either one of them, then they'd have had no right to. One second. Yeah, I would have had no right for them to be holding on to me, first and foremost, because that would have been an assault, because I wouldn't have been detained and I wouldn't have been under arrest. So therefore, somebody's assaulted me if that's not the case, right? Firstly. Secondly, I want to know why everybody's disappeared and nobody's telling me with a bit of paper who these people were. Because the guys that was holding me didn't identify themselves. The 2 that went off, I think the woman identified herself initially in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, I can't remember what her name is, probably on thing, but the guy didn't. He said he's not going to identify, something like that.
Even more concerning is that the officers involved never properly identified themselves while exercising their powers. That left the auditor in a position where he was being physically detained without even knowing who was detaining him. This is a fundamental breach of procedure. Officers are required to identify themselves, state their authority, and give a clear reason for any detention or arrest. Hey, none of that happened. Instead, they used force, declared an arrest, and left the auditor with no clarity on the situation. Being detained by unidentified officers with no stated reason is not just reckless, it's a direct violation of both procedure and accountability. And it's exactly this kind of behavior that fuels public mistrust and strengthens the demand for greater transparency in policing.
And so I don't know who they are. Okay. So I need some paperwork.
So this bit of paper
No, don't worry about this bit of paper. This has got nothing to do with this particular thing. This is my initial complaint. Yeah? So I had business to be near. First and foremost, let me just say that. They came out and they was asking me, what am I doing filming? I'm in a public place, I can film. I don't need, right, and I don't need to answer them. I don't need to account for myself being here to them who I don't know who they are, in plainclothes people. They could be random people, right? They could be random people.
The auditor reminds the sergeant that he is in a public place where he has every legal right to record. Without hesitation, the sergeant agrees. That simple acknowledgement exposes a much deeper problem. If the sergeant understands that filming in public is perfectly legal, then why didn't the 2 officers who escalated the situation? It raises serious concerns about police training, professionalism, and bias in how the law is enforced. There are only 2 possibilities. Either those officers genuinely didn't know that public photography is legal, which would point to a shocking lack of training, or they knew it was legal and chose to harass and intimidate the auditor anyway.
Secondly, the guy, stood up to me, and I'm just going to step towards you, Sergeant. This is not in an aggressive manner. Yeah, we're standing quite a distance from each other. Yeah. This guy kept on standing up to me this close. Okay. And it's on my film, and if not closer. Okay. Yeah, we're the same.
So you felt it provocative?
No, he caused me to be alarmed, harassed, and distressed. Not only did he cause that, I told him, that is what he's doing.
To drive his point home, the auditor physically demonstrates to the sergeant exactly how one of the officers had been distressing him by stepping in close, invading his personal space. The sergeant immediately looks uncomfortable, and that's without the aggression or authority that came with the real encounter. If a senior officer feels uneasy after just a few seconds, imagine how the auditor felt when it was done repeatedly, up close, and with clear intent to intimidate. The auditor had made it crystal clear at the time. He told the officer directly that his behavior was causing harassment, alarm, and distress. Yet instead of backing off, the officer doubled down and continued anyway.
You will have this on your recording.
It will be on my recording.
Are you happy to provide that for that to be reviewed?
Only if they're getting charged.
Well, a sergeant would need to review that.
Okay.
Prior to, we can't just charge someone without evidence. As
Okay.
I'm sure you can understand.
All right.
That would be.
I'll provide it via Axon.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You can send you
Yeah. Send me an Axon. I'll
that can be reviewed, and a decision can be made if there was any unlawful use of force or anything that needs to be dealt with.
Yeah.
I can't deal with that right now.
I know you can't.
Okay, but I'm trying to assist.
But I
you
need to know who they are.
If you can just step back inside to the station office, I will. As I said, I've not been here when they're here. I need to go back in and find out who they are. That's
Okay.
a reasonable thing, if you can understand. And then I'll come down and make sure that you provided those details, and that a sergeant comes down
And some paperwork.
Yeah, if you require paperwork, you'll be provided with that.
Yeah, I need
even
paper.
if it's as basic as who those officers' details.
Well, I need a cab number at least, because the cab would have been.
Won't be created on this circumstance because
Why not?
it's not a call to police. It's something that's happened in the front office, so we don't need a cab number. It can be managed by us on our system.
This response is highly questionable. While not every interaction requires a CAD number, incidents involving the use of force, attempted arrests, or allegations of assault must be logged. The fact that this situation involved physical force, a declared arrest, and serious misconduct allegations makes it extremely unusual for no record to exist. Under the College of Policing's guidance on incident recording, forces are required to log all reportable incidents, especially those involving complaints, use of force, or misconduct. The sergeant's suggestion that this could simply be handled internally instead of issuing a CAD raises serious concerns about transparency and accountability.
So if there's anything, if we put on like a crime report or an intelligence report, then you can be provided with that reference.
Okay.
Okay. Well, regardless.
But I want a criminal action against these two.
Yeah, that, as I said,
I'm not going to go in there and film if anybody's in that lobby.
Okay.
If there's.
If you can wait here or take a seat inside, it's entirely up to you. Now, it is recorded on CCTV inside the front office for your own safety.
Yeah, I didn't cause no disturbance in there. I was out here.
Okay. Well, I'll have a look see if there's anyone inside for you to talk to. Right, there's no one in here at the time.
Okay, cool.
So if you're
cool.
happy to come in, take a seat.
So this is the foyer inside. Wow. What kind of nonsense just happened?
From the moment the off-duty CID officers confronted the auditor, it was clear they had no lawful grounds to intervene. Instead of respecting his right to film in public, they escalated through intimidation, invading his space, demanding answers he didn't have to give, and ultimately assaulting him by smacking his camera and twisting his arm. To make matters worse, one officer declared he was under arrest without giving a lawful reason, while failing to properly identify himself as required under Section 2 of PACE. Then, in a stunning display of unprofessionalism, the officers simply walked away, leaving no accountability behind. This wasn't just a bad encounter, it was a breakdown of basic policing standards. And here's the real question: if this hadn't been recorded, how easily could it have been buried? This footage exposes a serious gap in police accountability. Now, the question is whether these officers will face real consequences, or whether this will become yet another case of misconduct quietly ignored. That's it for today's video. If you found this coverage valuable, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me keep producing independent analysis. And be sure to check out Yardley Auditing, linked in the description. Go show his channel some support. Thanks for watching. This was Rate the Audit, and I'll see you in the next one.